Mother Teresa was born on August 26, 1910. She was born in a little town called Skopje, which is in the modern-day Macedonia. Her father Nicola was a successful businessman, and her mother was Joanna, a housewife.
We are going to call her Agnes.
Agnes, what a wonderful name.
As a little girl, Agnes was a very disciplined, thoughtful little girl who didn't seem to mind helping her brother and sister. She was apparently shy and introverted as well.
What do we have for lunch, Mom? We are having a roast pork today. There you go, just as you like it. And here is the special bread for you.
Agnes!
Yes, Father.
Haven't I told you not to accept a mouthful unless it's shared with others?
I'm sorry, Father.
You can have some of this bread, sister. It's really tasty. Thank you, sister. And here's one for you, brother.
Thank you, sister. You'll always say thanks.
But the happiness didn't last for long. When Agnes was 9, her father got sick and he died. This left the entire burden of supporting the family on her mother. In spite of the difficulties, Joanna ensured that her children attended the private elementary school and then the religious instruction at the Sacred Heart Church. Her mother's charitable nature, the daily prayers, the frequent visits to the church, which was next door, and the summer pilgrimage to litanies. All this must have nurtured the desire to serve God in the mind of little Agnes.
Where have you been, Father? I haven't seen you for so long.
I had been to Calcutta, dear.
Huh? Where is this Calcutta?
It's in India. It's a very beautiful place.
Look, Father, I was able to raise some money out from our people. Please take this. You can use this for your missionary work.
Oh, Agnes, that's so kind of you. May God bless you.
Father,
Yes, Agnes.
how can you know when the Lord is calling you into some location?
That's a very good question. I think you will know it by the happiness you feel.
By the time Agnes turned 17, she sensed God's call upon her. She had just returned from a missionary work in litanies, and by the time she reached back home, she knew what she had to do.
Mother,
Yes, dear.
I have to tell you something.
What is it?
When Agnes told her mother of her intentions to become a nun, Joanna went immediately into her room and stayed there for 24 hours. She was pouring her heart out to God, and when she finally came out of the room, her emotions were under control.
Mother, what were you doing inside all this time?
Don't worry, dear. I had to let out all my feelings. This profession that you have chosen is going to take you away from me.
Oh, Mother.
Don't worry, dear. Now, you must put your hand in his hand and walk all the way with him.
I will, Mother. Thank you so much.
Agnes joined the Catholic order called the Sisters of Loreto, and she was going to India like she had always wanted. She left Skopje on 25th of December 1928.
Goodbye, my child.
Goodbye, Mom.
What they didn't know was that they were never going to meet again in this life. Agnes formally became a novice in the Sisters of Loreto and took the name Maria Teresa. She initially worked in the hospital in Bengal, and then worked as a teacher in girls' school in Calcutta.
Teacher,
Yes, dear.
I bought this for you.
Well, thank you, dear.
Teresa loved teaching from the start. She soon became the favorite of her students as well.
Here, take this bread too.
No, sister. You haven't eaten nothing. I know you're hungry.
No, I'm not hungry at all. Do I look like I'm hungry?
I don't want that.
Hello there.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. Now tell me, why are you refusing to eat the food?
That's because
Go on, tell me.
we don't have enough food at home. Our mother could only get 2 slices of bread today, and my sister wants me to have most of them. I know she's hungry, but she won't have them.
Oh, is it true, dear?
Yes, teacher. My brother is sick, and the other day when the doctor came to check on him, I heard him saying that he has to eat 3 times a day. That's why I am offering him my shared food as well.
Kind of you, my child. Now come with me. Well, my dears.
Thank you, teacher.
Sister Teresa,
Yes, Mother Superior.
Come here for a moment.
Yes.
Why did you offer your food to these kids? They are going to make this a habit, you know.
I don't know, Mother. Sometimes I feel like we have more privileges than we are supposed to have. Look at these kids. They don't have food to eat. And what are we doing about it?
You should stop worrying about unwanted things, Teresa.
I know, I just can't stop thinking about it.
It was not long after that Teresa found her real calling. She was aboard a train traveling to Darjeeling when Teresa clearly heard the call that transformed her life. Teresa's superiors were shocked when they told them of her intentions to leave the convent. However, they had much respect for Teresa and they got special permission allowing her to leave the convent.
I don't think that's the right thing to do, Teresa. We are worried about you.
This is God's will, Mother. I know what I have to do.
Anyways, whatever happens, you know the doors of this institution will be always open to you.
Thank you, Mother.
Teresa got trained in healthcare and she started her work in the poorest slums of Calcutta. She realized that the first thing to do is to take care of their health. She started giving free medical treatments wherever she found them.
Hello, dear. How are you today?
Sister, can you help me?
What happened? What do you want?
In anything since yesterday. Can you please give me some coins to buy some food?
Of course, dear. Now come with me.
Good afternoon, sister. What do you want?
Good afternoon, sir. Can you please give this boy a rice and a curry?
To this boy? Do you have any money?
I, I,
Don't worry, I will pay for his food. How much is it?
Why do you want to help him? He has no concern to you.
He is a child of God, so it's definitely of my concern. Here you go.
You have a great mind, sister. May God bless you.
Can you please make a donation, sister?
Oh, hello. Looks like that's all that I have.
Do you have any left for you?
Don't worry, Father will take care of you.
Where do you belong to, sister? I cannot recognize by the sari that you are wearing.
I am Sister Teresa, and I am a missionary.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sister. I am Father Julian. You look like you're upset. Is there some way that I can help you?
Oh, I was just thinking of ways for helping the poor. But don't worry, God will show me some way.
Like it's going to be a tough road ahead.
I know, Father.
Don't worry, sister. I'll pray for you every day, and I will come to see you whenever possible. Good luck, sister.
Thank you so much.
She had no sources of medicine when she started, so she would walk down into a pharmacy with a list of medicines she needed. She would wait for hours till their customers were attended, and then she would present a list of the manager with a great smile.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sister. What can I do for you?
How about doing something beautiful for God today?
Huh?
It was her pleasant and cheerful character that made many of the pharmacists give her the medicine she needed for free. Sister Teresa struggled a lot to find the money she needed. With whatever resources she had, she helped the poor tirelessly day and night.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, sister. Thank you for all that you did, sister. We don't know what we would have done if you weren't there to help us.
I did what I had to do. That was nothing.
Even the doctors were refusing to help us. They don't think about treating the poor. If it weren't for you, I would have lost my child.
Don't thank me. Thank God.
Teresa,
Mother Julie, how are you?
it's so hard to find you, sister. One day you are in one place, and the next you are gone. Ha ha ha.
I have to attend to many people's needs.
I know you have such a wonderful heart, and maybe that's a friend of mine gave you this.
What is this, Father?
Go on, open it, and see it for yourself.
Huh? A check? But how? Who gave this to you, Father?
Spoke to one of my friends about your works, and he's really impressed for what you're doing. Give this money to help you with your charity works.
Thank you, Father Julian. You have no idea how many people are going to get benefited from this money. Thank you so much.
In February 1949, a former student of Sister Teresa named Shubhashini, a Bengali girl from a prosperous family, joined her ministry.
Good morning, Mother. Good morning. Hey, Shubhashini. It's been such a long time.
I'm doing good, Mother. How have you been?
I'm doing good, all right, by the grace of God. Tell me, why are you here?
Sister, I've always wanted to help the poor and needy. I know that's my calling in this life. Can you please allow me to join the ministry?
That's wonderful, dear. But are your parents okay with that?
Yes, Mother. I have convinced them, and they are fine now.
Then come with me.
Like that, one by one, many joined the ministry of Teresa. By the end of the year, Sister Teresa's ministry had 10 members. All of them had the same motive, to serve the poorest of the poor in the society. None of them received any payments for their services, and their sole personal wealth consisted of 2 saris, some personal belongings, and a prayer book. The disciples followed a disciplined way of life. They were up very early in the morning for prayer and Mass. Then they had a simple breakfast of chapati and tea. They would be out in slums by morning, servicing the needy. They returned for their meal, which again consisted of simple rice and dal curry. They would pray and rest for some time, and then again head back to work until evening. They prayed again before supper and more prayers after supper, and then they would go to sleep around 10 p.m. Sister Teresa, who is now called Mother Teresa by everyone, also charted a constitution for the new Society of the Missionaries of Charity.
To fulfill our mission of compassion and love to the poorest of the poor, we go seeking out in towns and villages. We must search for the sick, the infirm, the lepers, the lost, and the outcast. We must go and take care of them, offer them help, visit them often, awaken them to the love of greater God.
The Missionaries of Charity expanded their work into more than 20 cities in India. By the 1960s, the world opened its doors to Mother Teresa. The Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Mother Teresa in 1979. By then, the Missionaries of Charity had opened 61 new houses in 28 countries other than India.
She's not even wearing shoes.
Before the beginning of my speech today, I would like to invite everyone to pray. It is not enough to say I love God, but I do not love my neighbor. It is very important to realize that love, if it is really love, must hurt.
I have never heard anyone talk about love that way. She doesn't even have to utter a single word. Her presence is more than enough.
And one day, Mother Teresa was invited to meet Pope John Paul II. Mother Teresa was filled with joy, as she always wanted to meet the Pope for a very long time.
Good morning, Mother.
Good morning, my child. Has the Pope arrived?
Yes, Mother. He's waiting for you over there.
Let me go to him then. We have so much work to discuss and so much work to do.
Teresa, you have become a very important public figure.
Yes, my Nobel Prize means that I appreciate my work. But you know that I'm only doing this to glorify our God.
I understand, Mother. I'm a big fan of yours too, and I'm happy that your fame is growing.
My fame could grow much more. It would fit such a small habit.
I wish many people had your strength and smile. This world will become a much better place.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Mother Teresa breathed her last on 5th of September 1997. She was granted a state funeral by the Indian government in gratitude for her services to the poor. And at the time of her death, Mother Teresa's Missionaries of Charity had over 4,000 sisters and an associated brotherhood of 300 members operating 610 missions in 123 countries. By the 1960s, the world opened its doors to Mother Teresa. The Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to Mother Teresa in 1979. By then, the Missionaries of Charity had opened 61 new houses in 28 countries other than India. After having visited a number of hospitals and countless doctors, Monica was then admitted to a home run by the Missionaries of Charity in the town of Patarang. On September 5, 1998, two sisters of the order tied the medallion with Mother Teresa's picture around the waist of Monica, and then they prayed over her. After many months, Monica was finally able to sleep peacefully. The other miracle that took place too is the recovery of Marcelo Haddad, a Brazilian citizen. Mother Teresa was canonized a saint in 2016 after verifying the miracles by the Vatican.
Desperate for you, I surrender.
Nay! Batia ay sa pag-una, oy! Ikaw aksyon na ko usa, kuha.
Doon lagi mo dyan para...
Ay, tabi, ay, katawa, ha? Ay, sagyot, ay, sagyot.
Ipagarugsan na, pamuro.
Just na, di ka dyan. Balik sa, balik sa. Balik sa. Upat ka man mo, ha? Tulog kami, Maria.
Tabi mo.
See you whenever possible. Good luck, sister. Allah, wala pa. She doesn't...
Balik, oy!
Ano mo? Ay, sa lagi!
Father,